Okay, I am a civil rights lawyer. And I'm going to speak to you for a minute, but then I want to talk directly to Senator Gardner as lawyer to lawyer. As far as all of you know, lawyers are questionable, etc., etc. Our reputation is not who we all are. We have rules of professional responsibility that we must follow. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. We have to self-regulate, and we take these very seriously. These rules are specific because we have the power as attorneys through the courts, through means of influencing people in arguments. We have the power to do a lot of damage or a lot of good. And so we have specific rules in every state. I'm licensed in Missouri, Iowa, and I'm currently getting licensed here in Colorado. In order to get licensed in Colorado, I have to take, in addition to anything else, a half-day exam on the rules of professional conduct to show that I will represent attorneys, clients, etc., ethically and with dignity. Okay, so, Senator Gardner, or I shall call you Corey because, after all, we're both lawyers. Okay. And Jeff Sessions is also a lawyer, licensed in Alabama. And as such, he is responsible under the rules of conduct for Alabama attorneys. And so, like most lawyers, I brought the documents with me. So under the Colorado Rules of Professional Conduct, Corey, the preamble and scope says that a lawyer's responsibilities are as such. A lawyer, as a member of the legal profession, is a representative of clients, an officer of the legal system, and a public citizen having special responsibility for the quality of justice. So what does that mean? It means that under the Alabama Rules of Professional Conduct, you need to be taking a look at our Attorney General. And you need to be doing the right thing, not only as our senator, not only as an attorney, but as a citizen. Under Rule 8.4 of the Alabama Rules of Professional Conduct, misconduct, it is professional misconduct for a lawyer to A, violate or attempt to violate the rules of professional conduct, knowingly assist or induce another to do so, or do so through the acts of another. C, engage in conduct involving dishonesty, fraud, deceit, or misrepresentation. D, engage in conduct that is prejudicial to the administration of justice. G, engage in any other conduct that adversely reflects on his fitness to practice law. Oops. And it does not require anyone to meet the legal definition of perjury. Dishonesty alone. Okay, so this standard is somewhat different than what you're going to be hearing about on the news. Under the Alabama Code, lawyers holding public office assume legal responsibilities going beyond those of other citizens. A lawyer's abuse of public office can suggest an inability to fulfill the professional role of attorney.
Recall Corey now.
Jail Jeff! 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 Jail Jeff!
Maybe even disbar him? Because right now he is the Chief Law Enforcement Officer, Attorney General of this country. Do we have a problem with this? I do. Okay, back to the Alabama rules. Corey, Rule 3.3. A lawyer shall not knowingly make a false statement of material fact or law to a tribunal or under oath. Rule 8.5, jurisdiction. A lawyer admitted to practice in this jurisdiction in Alabama is subject to the disciplinary authority of this jurisdiction, although engaged in practice elsewhere. So what he says in D.C. shouldn't it, come under Alabama ethics rules? Now we come back to Colorado. Rule 8.3, and this applies to you, Corey. A lawyer who knows that another lawyer has committed a violation of the rules of professional conduct that raises a substantial question as to that lawyer's honesty, trustworthiness, or fitness as a lawyer in other respects shall inform the appropriate professional authority. And someone asked, that's Rule 8.3a under the Colorado rules. So, how do you do that, Corey? I'm sure it's a tough one to figure out, but I came to help you. The Alabama State Bar, bless its heart, the Alabama State Bar has a disciplinary commission, and its telephone number is 334-269-1515.
What is it?
I will gladly repeat it, and you can come to me later. I'll give it to you again. 334-269-1515. It's in Montgomery, Alabama, at Post Office Box 671. This is how you file a complaint, and although it looks like lots of pages, Corey, with all the simple letters you've been sending all of us that are blah, 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 responses to what we send to you as our thoughtful messages, all you've got to do is fill out a 2-page, simple complaint. That's all you need to do, pal. Okay. So from one lawyer to another, Corey, do your job. Do your job. Get Jeff Sessions out. Do your job. Do your job. Do your job. Corey, do your job. Do your job.
Do your job! Do your job!
We might conclude. I would say, if you have the patience, in the next 5 to 10 minutes, I think we could break this up with a little bit of music, and it warms us up and it gets our body moving. So I would like to introduce, if you've been here before, a familiar voice. Ms. Louise Knapp will lead us in song. So hang in there, and we have one quick addendum from Ronnie.
You got to get the band.
Go ahead.
Someone asked me, is it only another lawyer who can file a complaint? No, anybody can file one.
I'm on it.
Okay, you've got your homework. Yeah. Something about the postcards that we'll be sending.
Okay, if you guys want the postcards from the post office, you better order them today because they don't have a lot. If you put a postcard stamp on a regular postcard, it's 34 cents. If you get the postcard from the post office already pre-stamped, it's only 38 cents. And I think you have to make an order of like 100. But, you know, if you want to do that, they don't have them in the regular post office. You have to order them.
Hey, thank you for that. The Ides of Trump, the postcard event. And leading us in song, please welcome Louise Knapp.
Okay. The song is "We Shall Not Be Moved." But the tagline is, "Let's get the Russians out of our elections. We shall not be moved." So, first verse. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. Let's get the Russians out of our elections.
We shall not be moved.
Sessions needs to step down. Sessions needs to step down. We shall not be moved. Sessions needs to step down. We shall not be moved. Let's get the Russians out of our elections. We shall not be moved. Let's look at Trump's connections. We shall not be moved. Let's look at Trump's connections. We shall not be moved. Let's get the Russians out of our elections. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. Let's get the Russians out of our elections. We shall not be moved.
Thank you. Give yourselves a big round of applause. You sound gorgeous. You just sound gorgeous. And speaking of music, with your indulgence, I'm going to tell you something personal about myself. I am a musician and performing artist. I am changing careers. If I am doing a show, there's no cover, there's no charge, in Denver this Thursday at the Skylark Lounge on Broadway. And if you'd like more information or a reminder, I have these teeny tiny flyers. I promise they will bring you luck and good things. So I am delighted to be a part of, a volunteer in this movement of which we are all a part. And if you will support me, it will help me to support this movement. Thank you. Thank you. This Thursday in Denver, get one of these little flyers. Oh, it's on the late side, 9 p.m. I'm part of 3 different musical acts. I'll be on first, and there'll be some other bands and a wide variety of music. So thank you for listening to that announcement. We have someone here who mentioned a detail about Day Without Women at the Denver Art Museum. Are you nearby? Oh, okay.
Shorter.
Right.
Hi. As part of the International Women's Day, which is tomorrow, there is an event at the Denver Art Museum, and it is a global women's seminar. It starts at 9:30 till 11:30, and it is free, but there may be standing room only if it's already sold out. I'm sorry, I didn't hear about it myself until yesterday. And the speakers at the program is a group of international women leaders, so it should be an excellent program. There is a luncheon, but the luncheon does involve a cost. But if you want to know more about it, you could just look up online, International Women's Day Denver, and there's a website with all the information and how to sign up if you're interested. Thank you.
Okay, I think maybe we'll call it a day. I mean, we can always have more announcements, but we're probably... if you can make it quickly. Okay, well, one more quick announcement, and I believe this is about something good that Cory Gardner has done. So before we boo or cheer, here's a thought. When we're telephoning Cory Gardner's office to ask him, demand, require that he do the right thing, we can also sandwich our comments with a thank you for something good that he has done. I mean, I'm sure we're familiar with the idea of that spoonful of sugar can help the truth go down. Okay. So with a bit of good news that something Cory Gardner did. What is your name? Ann Tracy has something to tell us. Please welcome Ann Tracy.
Yeah, I just thought that we should mention when we are contacting Cory, he co-signed a letter with 3 other senators. I mean, it's a little bit good. Trying to delay changes to Medicaid that will leave so many people uninsured. So any crack with the party line is a good thing. So I think we should acknowledge that.
Thank you, Cory.
Let's do that in the privacy of our homes, if we will. So everyone, thank you so very much for being here. We will see you next week, same time, same place. Thank you so very, very much.